When the dolphins come to our beach, they almost seem to be in reach. With playful leaps and graceful twirls, they dance around in the salty swirls. Waves whisper secrets under the moon's embrace. A moment in time, a magical space. Their echoing calls fill the salt-kissed air, inviting us softly, asking us to share. As the sun dips low, painting skies in gold, excitement in our hearts, such a story unfolds. Whoa, whoa. Something special at the air tonight. Under the starlight, everything feels right. At Langland Bay, they come out to play, bringing joy and love, lighting up the way. With every splash we feel alive. In their company we truly thrive. Together we've watched as the shadows sway. In the embrace of dusk, we're lost in the play. After many miles and distant smiles, they swing through dreams, crossing endless aisles. With the splash of hope, they touch our souls, uniting our hearts, making us whole.
Maybe it was Howard, I can't remember now, somebody said, didn't it? We were having a quick chat about it.
I look at my fat boy's face, man. He's all disfigured, man. Fucking tell you.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't fucking stay like that, because I keep slobbering out of this side of my mouth.
It's more like sort of, well, I don't know. I'd say more like food poisoning, to be honest, with swollen or something.
Could be.
Reacted to.
Yeah, could be, I don't know. But it's fucking weird as fuck, man.
Have you been eating anything strange?
I did make a curry the other night, but it was vegetable curry, so...
Yeah.
It wasn't anything.
I think also as you get older, you react to foods as well different.
I don't know what it is.
Like Indian food for me now, I can eat it, I'm all right, but I never feel great after it for about 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
But I used to love curries.
Yeah. Well, I just found some kurma packed the kurma, what's it called?
You're not a vegetarian, are you?
Basically, no, but I don't eat a lot of meat. You know, the last time I had meat was, I don't know, a couple of months ago, perhaps. I had a chicken curry, not a chicken curry, yeah, chicken pizza.
Well,
You know?
yeah.
Or maybe a ravioli or something like that, but I don't go out, don't buy steaks or anything like that, you know?
No. Yeah. I think chicken's not like chickens anymore, as we talked about the other day.
Tellers.
Something strange that we don't know what they are.
Oh, fuck, I got Morgan coming around tomorrow for her birthday, okay? She's staying for a couple of days. Yeah. And I haven't cleaned the house at all. I've just been in bed, dying, you know? So she's got some cleaning to do. She's a poor girl. She comes around for her birthday. And she's got a lot of cleaning to do at the start off.
Yeah, I'll just ask, is that wise if you think you got COVID?
Yeah, I'll keep this going on. No, I don't know what it is, mate. I thought it was an abscess on my tooth at 1 minute.
No, that's more like it. An abscess would make you swell up.
Yeah, I've had that before, like an abscess. So I can't feel any abscess bump, you know. I don't know.
No, but you can still get you can swell up from it. It's inside, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just
see if you need antibiotics or something.
Suffering a bit, can't you?
A little bit, yeah, not too much. No, all right.
It's sounding very good, Con.
Yeah, fucking great. Oh, fuck it, I never been this for ages.
Have another ciggy, mate. That'll make
I don't hear it, yeah.
Yeah. You're all right, Kip. I can see you out in the sunshine.
Yeah. You know, let me just put the light on. It's a backlight here.
He's got a big house, hasn't he? Look at the way he's got, how far he's got to walk to get the light.
Yeah, he sort of, ooh.
I thought Air's doing something wicked, isn't it?
You got a big skylight, Kip, have you?
No, got an electric switch and puts the light on.
No, it's just your background looks like it's blue sky or something.
It is. It's just the background. It's just the normal. It's just the light coming into the window behind me.
All right, it's giving you that. It's giving you a look at the Pope.
Yeah.
The aura
Yeah.
around here.
Glow around me, you know.
Mystic aura.
Just natural glow.
Whoa.
A biscuit's not coming in tonight, then I heard.
No, he said he's
having
going
a birthday.
somewhere.
Yeah, birthday bash.
Well, his birthday?
Yesterday, wasn't it?
Was it his
Yeah.
birthday yesterday?
Where's he going today then?
Birmingham.
Oh, fucking hell.
Well, for his
No.
birthday.
It must be. It was a weekend. He's got some show on or something he went to see.
That's
Oh,
it,
he's
no.
got the NEC, isn't he? Or something like that.
Yeah. Don't know.
No.
Oh, I didn't notice it was his birthday. Fuck no.
No, I sent him something. I sent him a picture of a cat or something.
He did, yeah. That's right. Where do you get those things from, anyway?
Yeah. Gifts, and they're all okay, aren't they? And what I don't know is how you make them. I'd like to make one, but I'm not sure how you do it.
What?
Gifts.
Huh? Gifts?
A dancing cat.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go to Jiffy.
It must take a long time.
Jiffy. No, you can. Yeah, it must take a long time. Yeah, but it's animation, and it's quite easy to do if you know how to do animation.
It's like everything else, and it's easy if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, but it's like it was in the olden days when they had cartoons, okay? And he had one with his leg moved a little bit, and he take another photo with his leg moved another little bit, and his back leg moves and his arm moves, and he got all.
How do you get a photograph of cats? A live cat? It's not a live cat, obviously, because it's dancing.
Yeah. Well,
You never seen dancing cats?
I put it on a green screen actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was that one coming around. Did you see it about the squirrel? And you see the squirrel bobbing across the grass, and he finds a nut. And he starts doing it, and he tosses it up in the air, and he starts on his shoulders, and he's tapping it on his feet. And he's playing football with it then, and he sort of shoots for goal. I don't know how they do it. It's just so bloody clever.
My nephew I had a picture, I think I've shown you before, of myself, my mother, my brother at the closing of the Mumbles train thing. And we sat standing in the crowd. So he took the picture away and he came back, and we're all sort of moving around and walking around. It's really
very clever.
Scary, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many things you can do these days, isn't it?
Well,
That's the big problem, isn't it? Because you don't know if it wasn't you doing what you were doing. There's a picture of you, but then manipulated to be doing something else.
Yeah.
And therefore, at what point, reality and fiction.
Well, I'm on one side where people send photos in and ask them to be doctored to either take somebody out or put them in a different location. And some of them you just can't see the difference. You can't see the seam.
I know. Well, with is it Google Pics or something? You can do it. Apparently, very easy. You can take all the background out, stick it in another background, and it's seamlessly in the other background.
Yeah, it's simple.
But obviously, they take advantage of that, and the next thing they're having sort of sex acts or something with somebody.
Well, that goes on afterwards. You can once your photograph's up there.
That's on After Effects.
But somebody will say, can you fix this picture of me to make me look more attractive? And they do it, and the next thing they're like this, and then
I know. Yeah,
which doesn't make it so attractive.
But the thing is, you don't, you see a photograph or a picture or a little video of something, you don't know if it's real or not. You got no idea anymore.
Yeah. So funny enough, somebody, I don't know who I was talking to. We were talking about Doctor Who, and they came up with one of the early ones, Billy. I won't say her surname, but you probably know it. But and he said, "Oh, she was a porn star." I said, "No, she wasn't." And so he sent me then the clip of a film that she was in, and she obviously was.
She was in it, or was she just put in it?
No, she was in it.
Avatar.
Yeah, I read up on it then. I thought, no way. would she do anything? They wouldn't have her in
Probably
Doctor
they
Who.
wouldn't allow. They don't allow people on these things if they've
Well,
been
yeah,
involved.
but they did. But maybe they didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
Like it was early, sort of, not early, but probably the third or fourth reincarnation of Doctor Who. But yeah, and we were having an interesting conversation the other day as well with. I don't know if you probably still in school with us. You remember Christine Murphy
Yeah.
and Christine Horn?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I went out with Christine Horn for a little bit. And we were talking to Sharon the other day. We were saying who was good looking and everything. So I had a picture from school, and I've shown her ugly, skank, skank, ugly.
Yeah.
And then I came to Christy Murphy, ugly. You know, I said, no, she was Miss Wales. No, she wasn't. She said, so I had to look it up then and found it, and there she was, sort of thing, with legs up to her armpits. But I think she's still around this way somewhere.
Wasn't she? In the chip, something to do with the chip shop in Mumbles?
Yeah, she was, I think, yeah.
Because her mother, I think it was her mother. She, oh yeah, well, my daughter won the Miss Wales competition.
I think I got a feeling. I don't know if it was Johnny's or it was one of these round
One
here.
on the corner opposite Booze. That one there.
That's Johnny's, yeah.
It's Johnny's then, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. But it was the previous owners, yeah.
Mm.
But it's funny, I hope you have memories of people when you're in school. Because I said, what was Susan Webster then? Ugly? No, she was all right, because they're mates, sort of thing. So
Bound to be, yeah.
Susan Webster, who's she going out with then? Was it you?
Yeah, me.
Kipper.
You was Kipper, wasn't it? All right, yeah.
Awful long time then. Must have been almost a year.
Must have been. Maybe longer.
Maybe
I can't
longer.
remember. I'm trying to think now. No, it's longer than that, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Back in the day.
I seen her today. We went out to Bistro Pierre for lunch. The four of us.
Oh, is she? All right.
She's good, yeah. She's very good, yeah.
Pass my regards on next time we see her. I don't see her very often.
I see her quite a bit, to be honest, because I play golf with Mike. So,
yeah. How's Mike now after his bit of
well,
a...
he's all rightish.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to have this. He carries this oxygen around with him now.
Yeah.
When he needs it, he doesn't need it much, but like if he's walking, well, he doesn't walk on the golf course anymore. But if he was up hills and things, he needs to have it sometimes. So otherwise, he's okay. Yeah.
He's not going to do a Johnny on you lot as he walk around.
I hope not. Yeah. No,
thing.
I don't mind if he's in a buggy. We can always tow him.
Yeah.
To the back.
You can always do a wheelie and drive him back to the to the headquarters.
Well, after we finish the hole, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, got to put priorities on things.
Yeah. So, no, it's
lying there gagging on the floor. He's, wait a minute, I just got to pop this. Just wait a minute. I've got one more shot and I'm away.
Yeah. But I mean, it's surprising how many people do have problems on a golf course. I don't know why.
That's what there's a lot of people, I suppose, on golf courses.
Perhaps so, yeah. But like there's a lot of people on the promenade. They don't seem to drop down there, do they?
No, maybe it's the excitement of playing the game, Mike.
The excitement, maybe something to do with the swing or something is putting pressure on or something. I don't know. Well,
bagging those heavy bags of bats around with you.
Well, not many people carry bags around. Only if you're about 18. Everybody else uses either electric trolley or a buggy. There's quite, like, it's not every week. It's like probably 2, maybe 3 a year. You know, we'll have something. Heart related normally. It's normally not feeling well. And then getting back and deciding, oh, hang on a minute, we're on a heart attack.
This is a bit more than just not feeling very well.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people, that's what it is, isn't it? Like when I had my thing, I just didn't feel very well. No pain or anything. I just felt a bit old.
Telltale signs.
Eh?
You didn't have any of the typical telltale signs.
I had pain in my shoulder, but I've had pain in my shoulder for a long time.
Yeah, it's probably
that was something separate. That was all, but yeah, I just didn't feel right until I had an aspirin. I was feeling fine again.
Yeah, and that's when Sharon said, "I better take you down the hospital."
Yeah,
is that when Sharon said, "I better take you down the hospital"?
Yeah, the paramedic said she phoned them and they said, "If you got an aspirin, give an aspirin." And I said, "All right." Yeah. But after that, I didn't even feel bad.
Yeah.
Aspirin.
Eh?
You're making properties of aspirin.
Well,
Yep.
it's a blood thinner, isn't it? It thins the blood so much that it
Doesn't coagulate on
puts
the.
everything back again, doesn't it? It's something probably. You see all these things around, like resuscitation things and what's it, bleed units? What's it called? Emergency bleed units if somebody's bleeding. But you never see anywhere with an aspirin in it, which would probably save more lives than anything.
Maybe there should be an aspirin in those defib boxes.
Yeah, I think you're right. But and a bar of chocolate as well.
Is that for the people standing by?
Well, yeah. Or for those who need the sugar, whatever. But actually, there doesn't seem to be so many diabetics around now. Everybody used to be diabetic. I don't see many now. But everybody seems to have a bit of diabetes.
Everybody's got diabetes. You just don't seem to see people suffering from it.
Yeah. I mean, I know they have all these, what are they called, pens?
Pens and things, isn't it?
Yeah. So perhaps you just don't notice it.
Yeah. Perhaps they stab themselves with an EpiPen without even noticing it.
Yeah. The problem is, I think, with everything is that we've probably all got these things. But once you start taking medication for it, then you're stuck with it then. You know, if you start taking it, then you feel really, really bad.
Well, it's like diabetes. Most people can cure themselves of diabetes, but it's hard because you've got to stop eating the chocolates and the sweets and the sugar and the fizzy pop. And people go, well, you know what, I'll just carry on and take the tablets.
Yeah.
You know?
But I was what do they call pre-diabetic, so I was just on the borderline.
Yeah.
And but they wanted me to take stuff. I said, no, I'm not taking it. I said, I'll wait, I'll see what happens. I'll try and bring it down naturally. And I'm still there now, so I may have always been at that level.
Well, it's like a lot of things. It's like cholesterol levels. Some people have a high cholesterol level anyway.
Yeah.
Some people is naturally low, and it's very difficult to get it down.
The problem is when you go it as well, and if you go there and you register it as that, all your insurances go up as well. Then
yeah.
So it's a weird thing. Like Mike was just talking about now. He hasn't had a heart attack, although he's got some sort of problem. But once he saves oxygen, his insurance doubled.
Yeah.
Straight away. And you think, and the strange thing is, it's mostly 18 to 20-year-olds that suffer the most accidents on holidays.
They're the ones that die on holiday, aren't they?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. Or they break their arms, their legs, or they so drunk they need to have their stomach pumps. It's not normally.
Well, I've just taken that holiday insurance because we're going away in a couple of weeks' time. And
Where are you going?
Portugal. It was my daughter's been invited to a wedding, so we're going out to look after her daughter for the day that the wedding's on.
All right.
But they paid for the accommodation. We just got to pay the flight. So
you're going for a week?
It's just under a week.
Yeah. Where is it?
I don't know, somewhere in Portugal. Any idea, Shay? No idea.
Yeah. I know. Like we've been about 4 or 5 times. I mean, this nice, but I've only once I've been there, and I've been lucky with the weather. I suppose.
Where did you go in Portugal, Mike?
We went to Sintra a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
And then we went to what's it called? Is it Tayadi? I think it is another place there. The Algarve sort of thing.
Okay.
I never went to see the surf, and I always meant to, but there was never a swell when I was there. So.
Oh no, from Nazareth, yeah.
We're about 2 hours away from Nazareth. If that gives you any idea.
But if there's no big swell, it's just like going to Langland.
Yeah.
You know, it's just you got to have those swells. Like I thought there'd be surf there all the time.
But, in Nazareth, there is surf basically all the time, but it might not be 8 foot though, or 80 foot.
No, they said it's like a couple of feet sort of thing. So.
Yeah. But a couple of feet there is like head height sort of thing.
Yeah. So 2 hours from there. So Lisbon is
north or south, Kev?
I think we're north inland a bit.
All right. Yeah.
About Porto then.
Could be. I'll tell you when we sort of get sorted to go. I'll tell you.
All right.
It's nice there. I'm sure you'll have a drop of port when you're there. If you're in Porto.
Probably.
Yeah.
I was saying about the house with the insurance. I thought, oh, I'm 71 now. I thought, "Oh, I'm not going to get this insurance." He's on the phone for about 20 minutes, answering all these questions. This, that, and the other. Got never this. No, he's got that. No, no, no.
Mm.
And it was 130 quid for two of us for a year.
Yeah,
I thought that was really good.
yeah. No. Mine was about, because we had separate deals. I don't know why it was cheaper separate, but anyway, mine used to be about 70, and since I had this, it's gone up to about 480 now.
Oh,
How much?
480.
Okay, that's a bit of a jump, isn't it?
Yeah. They know you got no choice.
Yeah, they got you by the
They're
nuts.
like-
Right?
And that's the strange thing, Con. I'm less of a risk now than I was before.
Yeah.
Because now it's been sorted.
Yeah, right. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but, that's it. And once you're over 70, it goes up a little bit.
Mm.
And if you get to 80, that's it. And you've had it. It's sort of skyrockets.
Well, my dad went on a cruise. He went on a couple of cruises. He didn't bother getting insurance.
Yeah.
He said, "What's the point?"
If you got no money or assets, it's the best. No, it's not worth getting it.
No,
because they got to treat you. But if you got assets, then it'll be taken out of them.
I know, they take everything off you. So you can imagine having some sort of heart attack on a ship and you got to fly you to hospital. The cost of the hospital treatment, 50 grand would disappear, wouldn't it? In a blink of an eye.
I don't know. Do you know Di Jones from the Builders Merchants?
No, I don't name it. I'm familiar with.
Yeah, you will know him. What are they called? Excellent Jones.
I know. Yeah.
They play golf with him, but he went to, where was he? He was in Greece.
Mm.
Greece, I think it was. Yeah, and his wife, on the day they were leaving, she fell and broke her shoulder.
Oh.
So they had to stay there for another 4 or 5 days, or in hospital, and then they had to wait another 3 or 4 days to get a flight. They were there for about 10 days in the end. And I think it came. She didn't have to have a special seat in the plane. But I think it was something like £42,000.
Yeah, they milk it as well, don't they?
Yeah, and that was for just ordinary treatment. They didn't even do the operation there.
No, just keep you safe.
They just immobilised her basically, and she was waiting. But
well, my daughter was on holiday in the Far East somewhere. I don't know where it was, and she went through sort of the jungle, but one of these ferns must have touched her face, and had some allergic reaction. All her face started swelling, and I think she has difficulty breathing. So eventually got to some sort of medical centre, and the first question they ask you is, "Have you got any medical insurance?" And she, yeah, of course I have. Of course I've got it. And they said, "Okay, then we take you to the hospital." By which time they found out she did have the insurance, and they had the number and everything else. Suddenly, it was first class treatment, and the cost must have been astronomical. They had a nurse with her all the way. She had a private room in this hospital. She said it was like a hotel. She don't know how much it cost in the end of the day because it was all that with through insurance, but it must have been like tens of thousands, easily. And
as well, if you put on a flight, no matter what your condition, if they put on a flight, it costs about £2,000-3,000.
Yeah.
If you just sitting in a seat, because I don't know what they do or how they get away with it. But, it's expensive. Yeah. And apparently, being dead is even more expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, I suppose it is. You've got all sorts of special arrangements.
Yeah, well, yeah. I thought they'd just throw you in the hold.
Yeah, put you in a box, chuck you in the hold.
Yeah.
I saw a good one the other day. I got an open flight finder, to Barbados. Because I did get one for €500 the other day. I didn't go. But normally, I was looking through the other day, and it was 1,200, 1,000, 1,800. And all of a sudden, one day, for no reason at all, 8,000.
Yeah.
Same flight, but you did get an extra bit of baggage in the hole.
No, that's handy. Anyway. Have you got a British passport? No, a French one.
British.
Because you have you renewed it then? Because
you got a British as opposed to
many times. Just do it.
No, I thought it was something when you're 70 or something, isn't it?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
driving license at 70, isn't it?
Driving license, that's it.
Yeah, mine's good until. no, that's
Got a French driving license, Con, have you?
yeah. Hang on, I tell you.
No, the British one, though, you got to renew on your bus pass as well when you're 70
I think my driving license.
for some reason.
Yeah. Not probably ever go on a bus, but still, that's
No.
should wouldn't cost anything to for the bus pass.
I've been on the bus a couple of times. Funny enough, I said to Sharon the other day, I said, should we go on the bus? She said, are you joking? I said, no. So, but then again, I said, well, sure, we can go on a bus to Rosilly or something. And she didn't mind doing that, but she didn't want to go into town on the bus. Well,
Mixing with the common people on the bus, Mike.
well, yeah, I didn't like to say that out loud, but yeah.
Oh, dear.
I mean, that's it. I mean, I think buses are okay.
Things, if you caught the bus to Rosilly, it'd be full of Chinese people.
More than likely, yeah.
Strange.
2032 mine is. So in a couple of years.
There's a picture of it, Con. What's it look like? Does it look the same as ours? Yeah. Same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Except he's got EU on his, hasn't he?
I don't know. Cool. I'll just put my name and
Isn't there a thing at the top that says EU?
France.
Yeah.
Is it France?
It says Permis de conduire République Française with an F with the EU bit on it, yeah.
You better not show it so people see your number.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I got my finger over a bit of it. Well,
They'll be photocopying that now, asking for
can you
a
see
new
it now? Can you see it now? Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe false.
So, did you have to
Driving
take a
license,
test
yeah.
for that, Con?
No, I just changed it. The thing is, I didn't even know you had to change it after it. If we've been living
So
here,
you may not be able to read French or anything like that, and they just give you a license.
well, you have to apply for it and then do all the paperwork and all that.
Yeah, but if you haven't got to go for a test to see if you speak French or anything.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a bit like you're in Welsh, isn't it? You see the signs, you know what the hell they mean.
Yeah.
Apart from the only one I know is Araf, which is slow.
Arf.
And Gur.
Yeah. Gur.
Or one of the guys with us, he calls it Gar.
Here we are.
He lives in Gar.
And everywhere we go, there's a.
He said, "Where'd you live?" He said, Gar. I said, "Where the hell's Gar?" He said, "No, Gar." I said, "What are you talking about, Gar?" And he said, "No, Gar." So
When I was working in the West Midlands, one of the girls there, I think she was from India or somewhere. And she said, "Where are you going for your holidays?" I said, "Oh, I'm going to Goa." "Oh, it's a fantastic place," she said. It's wonderful.
see what's
I
coming.
said, no. I said, "No, Goa, not Goa."
Yeah. It's something like my Uncle John. He always tell people he was a doctor, but he was a docker.
A dog.
Yeah. I always thought, what's going to happen if anybody sort of collapses? And somebody say, "Oh, John's a doctor."
Excellent.
Yeah. I don't know if that happens anymore. Because, I've never even been on a plane where somebody says, "Is there a doctor on board?"
Or the other one is, does anybody know how to fly a plane?
Yeah.
I was on one once in New York, and they needed two places. And they said, right, the first person who puts their hand up to give up their place gets an unlimited world ticket, a travel-free world ticket, unlimited. And I went, and it was too many, there was just about 80 people up before me, What? Could have gone anywhere in it, unlimited. Because you needed two places, Amazing, isn't it?
That's your £8,000 ticket, Con.
Yeah, right, yeah.
That's why they occurred.
Yeah.
Somebody had to pay for someone else's
It's a return flight.
I can't believe that. How can it be 1,000 one day and then 8,000 the next? It's got to be a misprint, isn't it? Something like that.
No, they do it. They do it here all the time. Like I was looking at flights to Ireland, they were £28. Then, but to come back is £272.
Yeah, it's often
It's just ridiculous. You know?
Ryanair do it all the time. You know, you find a
Right.
cheap flight out, and you look for the cheap flight back, and there isn't one.
Well, they know that within sort of 3 days there's not one, isn't it? And they put their flights out like Monday, Tuesday, but then the ones coming back as well then are sort of Saturday, Sunday or something. So you've got to stay there for 6 days.
There is a website. There's lots of websites. There's quite a few about finding the best ticket to go turn on.
And I for a long time I used Skyscanner,
Mm.
and that was okay. But I think they're all a bit corrupt. All the companies now.
Yeah, the one I've looked at is Jack's Flight Club. You got to pay for it. It's like I don't know, 15 quid a month if you do a lot of flying, and they'll give you a notification say like tomorrow, bargain of the day, flight to New York, 200 quid. You know,
Yeah.
obviously got the flights booked up. Party have decided they're not going, so they've got like half a dozen seats going. If you're prepared to go tomorrow morning to New York, you get it at some ridiculous price.
Okay.
You know, so if you're able to travel anywhere and you don't mind where you're going, you know, you can get some incredible bargains.
Yeah.
Really.
If you go to the airport, there must be, if there's, say, there's 1,000 people who fly in, there must be at least 10 who can't make it for some reason or other, mustn't there? But you can't go to the airport, and they never sort of say to you, "Oh, there's these flights or anything free," is it? They still sell them.
It's all done through these agencies, isn't it? And they don't, you know, it's all bloody.
I think as well they have replacements for things like that.
Well, there's people on standby and things. Yeah, I know, but I mean, there must be places where, like a last minute, somebody's.
Yeah, nobody's turned up and there's no one on the seat, so the seat goes empty. So, look, I'll take that seat that's empty there. I'll give you a tenner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I always ask for upgrades when I go to the ticket desk. You know, go through.
Have you ever had one?
No. We did have an upgrade. Well, we tried to get a first class upgrade. We were coming back or going to Australia, and the tellies weren't working. The telly wasn't working in front of Sheila. So they tried everything to try and get it working. I said, "No, we can't get it to work." I said, "Well, where can we sit to watch the telly?" He said, "Well, there isn't anywhere." I said, "What about first class?" He said, "Oh, no, we couldn't do first class. But what we do, we'll upgrade your package. So it's pre-champagne and stuff all night." You don't know, you know, it's like, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning, and you're trying to drink a bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
You can only drink so much champagne at 6 o'clock in the morning, regardless, you know.
Yeah, it helps you sleep though.
And they know it, yeah.
Yeah. The best flight I got was when EasyJet and what's the other one? Ryanair was going off, you know, on the cheap flights. I got a flight from Gatwick to Copenhagen for €4, and the flight back, EasyJet, from Copenhagen to Gatwick was no euros. I didn't pay anything for it, and the flight from Gatwick to France was €3. So I paid, you know, about €15 to get a monthly tour to return to Denmark. Fucking amazing. But you don't get them now, of course.
Yeah. Well, when they first came out, they had all these obscure, you know, if you went like 2 o'clock in the morning and there was some kids who were doing it, and they flew all around Europe, and for like 30 quid, they did all the main cities in Europe where Ryanair flew to, because they did these pound tickets, you know, if you flew at some obscure time of day.
You can do that on boats coming back, like ferries and things coming back to the country. Yeah, when they've sort of gone to, particularly at the end of the season, when they finished, the last voyage to the Emirates or something. When it's coming back, so they stay at Southampton or somewhere. You can get cheap boardings on them, and it's quite frequent. But there's no frills on them.
Yeah.
You have meals and everything, but there's no cabaret or no sort of thing. They're just bringing the ship back, so you get everything apart from the sort of top dining and everything. Like, so all the chefs are dropped off wherever they live, sort of thing. So there's only the basics.
Just leave the kitchen open, go make yourself something.
Well, no, almost, yeah. So I know a few people have done it, but it takes like from Australia, I think it took about 3 weeks or something. But they were fine with that. I mean, they sort of enjoyed it.
Well, yeah, if you can, if you haven't got to rush anywhere.
No, they had the films every night and cinema and whatever. And somebody was there coming back. I don't know if he was a magician or something, but they said he was coming back to the UK and he sort of entertained them for about 5 nights.
Learned all the tricks of the trade.
Well, yeah, I mean, how much magic can you take?
Yeah. These friends of ours who live in Australia, when he went out as a vet, he was offered two. You could either fly out or go by boat. And he said you start getting paid from the minute you start to go. So he said, I'll go by boat then. It was 6 weeks by boat in those days. He stopped off in all these places getting to Australia, and it's 6 weeks holiday, all paid for.
Yeah.
Great.
Can't be bad.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I like that's why I'm not keen on those sort of cruises, because I like something to do really, and places to go. Yeah. And I feel as though I'm going to be sort of climbed in. What did Sam just say then? Sorry. Nope, gone. Sorry, won't be on tonight.
Oh, yeah, got it. Sorry, won't be on tonight.
Do you see me still? Because I can't see anybody.
Frozen, Mike.
All right.
Frozen, Michael. What have you done?
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
There we are.
Yeah,
I had a weird dream about Sam last night. I dreamt he's died.
Oh,
Someone said, "Oh, did you hear about Sam?" I said, "No, well, he died last night." I thought, bloody hell! I'm glad it's not true anyway, because he just said he's not on there.
That's right then.
Yeah. It wasn't a premonition.
I'm not sure. I think he's up the Vic, playing the Vic one day this week.
It's the 4th, isn't it?
Is it? All right.
4th of May. Yeah.
Next week then.
Just read it now.
Yeah.
It's my son's birthday. It's Star Wars Day, isn't it?
May the Force be with you.
But he said, "Don't ever send me any more Star Wars birthday cards."
It's hard not to, isn't it?
I know,
Really.
it's piss take, isn't it? You got to do it.
Yeah. I see have we got a minute left, is it?
Yeah, less than a minute.
Yeah, I'm not coming back tonight. And Con, I think you could do the rest in your voice.
I'm sorry about my lack of participation tonight.
Okay, we'll let you off this once, Con.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I promise I'll get better for next week. Okay.
The good thing is you haven't sung tonight, so there we go.
yeah. That's one good thing. Look,
Get down the dentist.
Fat boy's lip there, boy. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I'd have a word with the dentist just to make sure. It seems that unless you're allergic to something, it must be something. It must be an abscess.
Well, I'm going to give it. I got a nurse coming to see me tomorrow to change my bandages, so I'm going to take some advice off him as well.
Right. Okay, I think we go. So
we laugh side by side with every wave. We feel the tide merging with the rhythm of the crashing waves. The evening wraps around us and our spirit craves. The moon reflects on the dancing waves. While we gather round, our spirit saves. With laughter and dreams we find our way, as dolphins remind us of brighter days. They leap and they spin in an ageless dance, inviting our hearts to take a chance. Through the whispers of the ocean breeze, their songs of hope put our minds at ease. Under the stars their silhouettes glimmer, painting the night, each movement a shimmer. It's a timeless bond, a connection divine. In this perfect moment, your heart meets mine. The sand beneath us warm and inviting. Every glimmering wave feels so exciting. With every glance there's magic in their play, drawing us closer at the end of the day. Something special in the air tonight. Under the starlight, everything feels white. At Langland Bay they come out to tonight, bringing joy and love, lighting up the way. As the night unfolds we bask in their light. Together we dance, everything feels right. The horizon whispers soft, a comforting sound. In this melody of light we are spellbound. So here's to the moments that take our breath. With dolphins beside us, we conquer all depth. As we cherish this night and its gentle sway, have a quaint evening at your beautiful bay. Where the dolphins come out, and joy's here to stay. Together forever in this crucic ballet beneath the stars. We sing our tale, in the heart of Langland will never fail.